Hello everyone who has joined us on live stream. Welcome to Schneider Electric's special live stream. I'm your host today, Wu Tong from the Wuxi factory. I have a special task today, which is to take you to work with me and experience what it's like to work in one of the world's most advanced factories. Look behind me, it's Schneider Electric's lighthouse factory in Wuxi. You may be wondering what a lighthouse factory is and why it's considered one of the world's most advanced. It represents the cutting edge of intelligence and digitization in global manufacturing. There are only 25 lighthouse factories worldwide, setting the highest standard for manufacturing. Our Wuxi plant is proud to be one of these globally recognized facilities. So, what kind of factory can be called a lighthouse factory? What kind of cutting-edge technology do we work with here? And how is it different to work in such a smart factory? Without much further ado, let's start our workday together. First, let's tour the exhibition hall. After I change into my work clothes, we'll explore the lighthouse factory together. Wow, it's different working with you guys today. We even ran into our factory general manager right away. Let's go say hello to the general manager. Hello, Mr. Xu.
Hello, Wu Tong.
We're live streaming at the moment. May I ask you a few questions?
Of course.
I noticed our Wuxi factory was awarded as a lighthouse factory in 2021. What criteria and standards need to be met to be awarded? And what kind of standards are there?
Our Wuxi factory was awarded as an end-to-end lighthouse factory in 2021. And then in January this year, we were awarded as a sustainable lighthouse factory. The evaluation of lighthouse factories has three dimensions. The first dimension is what kind of advanced technology the factory uses. It assesses how Industry 4.0 technologies are used to evaluate technological advancement. The second dimension is whether it brings meaningful scale effects to the company and some benefits to the enterprise. And the third one is whether the factory's technology is scalable, because as a lighthouse, it is meant not only to stand out, but also to illuminate and guide others. So there's more emphasis on the scalability of its technology. These are the three main aspects of the evaluation criteria for the entire Lighthouse Factory program. Now we are a sustainable lighthouse factory, so for sustainability, there will also be corresponding indicators to measure.
So the core lies in intelligence, digitization, and sustainability. What advanced tech and equipment do we use to meet these lighthouse standards?
Our Wuxi factory makes extensive use of technologies such as fifth-generation connectivity, artificial intelligence, flexible manufacturing, and intelligent warehousing to showcase truly excellent cases throughout our application process. These represent some of our most outstanding performance achievements. Now, while innovative technology is undoubtedly very important, throughout this entire journey, we firmly believe that our core philosophy, our culture, and our talent cultivation are what matter the most. Cultivating a group of highly capable talents with deep knowledge of both business and digitization, and depending on their expertise to make breakthroughs on the path of innovation.
You mentioned talent cultivation, and I'm sure our viewers are curious about how they can join the Wuxi factory and exactly what kind of talent you're looking for.
Regarding this question, let me recommend a few of our excellent colleagues who can provide a more detailed introduction to the responsibilities and day-to-day work of different positions, allowing you to gain a deeper understanding of their roles.
That's a great idea. First, we come to the IQC department responsible for incoming quality control. Let's meet these excellent colleagues. Hello, Yue.
Hello.
Can you give us a brief introduction?
Hi, I'm Yue from the IQC department. We are responsible for quality inspection. Our main concern is to conduct pre-production inspection on product raw materials and components used throughout the manufacturing process, based on a thorough evaluation of whether their characteristics and parameters are suitable and fully compliant with all requirements. We serve as the first critical quality control gate before production officially begins, ensuring standards are met from the start.
Wow, that sounds impressive. Could you give us a simple example of your work?
Sure. Through our digital workbench, the system automatically notifies us when new materials arrive. We then bring them here for inspection. We follow the WI, the Qualified Work Instruction, which clearly guides us on how to use the inspection tools and which measurements must be taken throughout the entire inspection process.
When I first came in, I noticed a large piece of equipment. Could you introduce it to us?
Of course I can. This machine is what we refer to as our 2.5D measuring system, which enables us to perform highly precise dimension checks. This includes measuring specific angles, widths, and heights on various plane geometric figures, as well as point-to-point distances, point-to-line distances, and even circular diameters. A key feature is that it allows us to visually see all the measurement results in real time, making it much easier for us to import that data directly into Word or Excel for analysis. Also, the 2.5D system can be programmed for large-scale automated repeat inspections.
Now, let's focus on you personally. Do you have any career development plans here at Schneider Electric?
I came to this factory in 2022. I also used to work in IQC. Our company has also formulated a career development path for frontline employees like the Lubin program. I personally participated in the Lubin program.
All right. One last question. Once the raw materials pass IQC, where do they go next in the process?
After passing inspection, the qualified materials enter the warehouse and are then allocated by the warehouse to the production line.
Can you recommend a colleague from the warehouse for us?
For the warehouse, I recommend Xiaohe.
All right, let's go and find Xiao He. Hi, Xiao He. Could you tell us about your job responsibilities?
Of course. Hello everyone, I'm Xiao He and I'm a technician working in the warehouse. I am responsible for the digitalization projects and the introduction of automation projects in our warehouse. And I am also responsible for some operational guidance for the warehouse staff. So these are the areas I'm working on to optimize and improve. In fact, our warehouse is like a big major domo. We store a lot of raw materials, and these raw materials are being transported to our production lines for further processing. Therefore, our warehouse is a very important part of production.
When it comes to digitalization and its application, many people think of big screens and data visualization. In your daily work, do these digital tools have real-life applications, and are they as we imagine?
That's the case. At the warehouse level, our digitalization efforts are mainly concentrated in three major areas for which I am directly responsible. One of them is RPA, which is our robotic process automation technology. This helps us handle some routine operations such as repetitive tasks. For example, when our clerks are processing work orders, they need to export a lot of reports and compile them into a new Excel workbook. With RPA, a task that originally took 30 minutes can now be completed in just 5 minutes. This greatly reduces their daily work pressure and significantly improves their overall efficiency. Secondly, in the field of business intelligence, we have developed many detailed reports to showcase our key operational indicators, which we commonly refer to as KPIs. These reports can assist warehouse managers in allocating production operations more effectively. Additionally, we can present the operational status of our warehouse to external departments for collaboration.
So even from the office, I can see the warehouse's real-time status without being there in person.
Yes. And thirdly, I'm also responsible for the laser-guided train. It's an unmanned solution that replaces traditional manual labor for handling and transporting materials. Before we implemented this automation, materials had to be manually transported from the warehouse storage area, relying solely on manpower, all the way from location A to production line location B. This process was very labor-intensive and extremely time-consuming. Now, with the automation in place, the train can autonomously go to the designated location, retrieve the materials needed for the production line, and transport them back automatically. This greatly improves our operational efficiency and ensures timely material delivery throughout the entire production process.
That's truly impressive. As a certified digitalization expert in China, how did you achieve this during the upgrading process? And does the company provide specific training programs?
Yes, that's correct. At this moment, there are 9 different digitalization projects across our China region, and I have already successfully mastered 3 of them to date. The first one is industrial process automation, the second one is business intelligence, and the third one is the laser-guided train. In terms of personal development, there are mainly 2 parts. One is that every year, our managers will provide digitalization opportunities to their subordinates. some opportunities for prime number-based development. If you're interested, you can have a detailed discussion with your manager and better understand the opportunities available. Then, through these digitalization projects, you can obtain certification in digitalization capabilities, demonstrating your skills and knowledge. The second part is that we use daily learning platforms like our internal Shixiaohui system.
Oh, my colleagues and I use that too. It seems like each department has its own tasks, right?
Yes, that's right. While each of our departments has its own set of very specific tasks, we also have several common mandatory courses that every single person is required to complete, just to ensure that we all share the same strong foundation.
Yes, that's right.
Then the third one is our internal learning platform, My Learning Link, designed to support ongoing learning and skill development for all employees. The knowledge on this platform is more specialized, covering areas such as equipment, quality, and operations. I have some knowledge points in operations that will be reflected here, and there are many training courses. There are many training courses available. Some are recordings of meetings, and some are trainings provided by external instructors. So this platform has a wealth of knowledge for us to learn from and continuously improve our skills. Through these projects and hands-on learning experiences, I have been able to gradually acquire these digitalization capabilities, and I fully intend to continue developing even more digital skills to better support all of my future work and offer support to our production activities and colleagues as an integral part of our everyday processes, helping ensure smooth workflow and collaboration. I believe this will be my next area of focus for improvement.
Thank you, Xiaohe, for sharing your insights. We'll move on to the next workstation now. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
This is our colleague Hua Yedan, responsible for raw material allocation. Yedan, could you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I am Hua Yedan. I'm currently in the supply chain department. Our department is divided into two parts, downstream and upstream. I am part of the upstream team, where my main responsibility is supplier management. At the moment, I am responsible for overseeing 45 different suppliers.
What are your main responsibilities?
My main job is raw material allocation. Specifically, it involves following up on production schedules and communicating closely with suppliers, such as placing orders and tracking material deliveries.
I'm curious, what exactly do our downstream colleagues do?
The downstream colleagues are mainly responsible for production planning and communicating with customers about order delivery details.
How do the upstream and downstream teams collaborate effectively and work together?
After the downstream finished goods forecast is updated, we need to update our predictions to suppliers monthly. Due to continuous fluctuations in forecasts, we also need to provide suppliers with the latest delivery schedules weekly. Throughout this procedure, digital technologies such as SAP are utilized for tracking, managing, and aligning the necessary information.
Wow, it sounds like your position is the starting point of the production line. Were you in this position from the beginning?
Initially, I was working in the warehouse department. Next, I'll take you to visit my previous workplace.
Let's go.
This is the place where I used to be employed.
Oh, what was your previous job responsibility?
My previous job was mainly to follow up on production scheduling, serving as a link between the production warehouse and suppliers. We would download the production schedule and upload the scheduling information to the all-in-one system. Then, based on the available inventory in the warehouse and the material quantities in the work order BOM, we would determine which work orders had sufficient materials and which ones did not, allowing us to plan and prioritize production accordingly. We would process them through the SAP system. For work orders lacking materials, we would need to further confirm the specific material numbers and quantities with the SCM department.
Besides SAP, what other digital tools do you use in your daily work to support your operations?
So while comparing work orders, Xiao developed some very practical Excel macros to help us efficiently extract the data we need and further improve our overall team productivity.
Oh, why did you decide to transfer to this position?
The company places a strong emphasis on employee development. My current job is also somewhat related to my previous work in the warehouse, so I mustered up the courage to transfer.
Any thoughts on your future goals and aspirations?
Regarding my future plans, I think within the next 3 to 5 years, I will continue to deepen my expertise in the supply chain field. I'll acquire more professional knowledge from my seniors, constantly improve my business skills, and broaden my horizons.
Earlier, you mentioned that your current work is closely related to production. To better understand this link, Could you introduce us to a colleague from the production team?
Of course, no problem. Let me introduce you to our production operator, Zhu Peng, who is experienced on the manufacturing line.
Great, let's go find him. Hello, Zhu Peng.
Hello, Wutong.
Could you please tell our viewers a little bit about yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Zhu Peng. I graduated from Guizhou Vocational and Technical College of Communications and joined Schneider through a school enterprise program. I'll start in July.
From what I've seen, you're very familiar with our production processes. Could you briefly introduce this production line and its role?
Certainly, I would be delighted to guide you through our surface mount technology production line, commonly known as the SMT production line. This provides an overall view of how our production line operates. It consists of tin paste printing, tin paste inspection, NXT reflow soldering, AOI, and other related equipment. This line is mainly used to precisely attach surface-mounted components such as resistors, inductors, capacitors, and chips onto our printed circuit boards, thereby achieving both reliable electrical connections and stable mechanical fixation.
Do you utilize any digital tools in your everyday tasks and responsibilities?
Yes, we do. For example, we use our MES system. It can precisely control our work orders, equipment, personnel, and materials. It allows real-time monitoring of the entire production process, facilitates the allocation of personnel and materials, and enables clear visualization and full traceability.
Thank you, Zhu Peng, for the introduction. I believe viewers now have a better understanding of this role. I have another question regarding the School Enterprise Cooperation Program you mentioned. How do you think this program helps new employees?
School enterprise cooperation is essentially pre-employment training for new employees. 3 to 4 months before entering the company, engineers, technicians, and other experts from the company will come to our school to provide lectures on equipment, technology, and business operations. After joining the company, HR and our technical teams will further train us to adapt to our roles. Additionally, there are also interest groups and study groups that help us better understand the skills and operations of the entire production line. After a 1-year internship, we'll be assigned to positions based on our abilities and performance.
After hearing about the School Enterprise Cooperation Program, I realized that the most important thing is the ability to perform the job well. You mentioned your internship is almost over and you've already received a formal offer. Let's wish Zhu Peng a smooth transition to a permanent position.
Thank you. If you want to learn more about the operations of our production line, I recommend you talk to our line leader, Chen Erji, who can provide more detailed insights.
Hello, Lean Leader Chen. We've just learned about several roles. Can you explain the responsibilities of a line leader?
Of course. Hi, everyone. I'm Chen Erji. I joined Schneider Inverters in 2023. I'm mainly responsible for automated production lines, focusing on quality, efficiency, output, personnel, and personnel training.
As we walked around earlier, we saw that the factory is highly automated. Could you tell us about the automated equipment on your production line and how it supports daily operations?
Well, our LHP10 line is a semi-automated line. It mainly has automated workstations. Our planar workstations and assembly lines are manual. We mainly produce ATV 310 and 306 inverters.
On your production line, what digital tools do you use?
We mainly use the LDS system, which includes an andon system. The andon system connects several departments. For example, if there's a process issue, there will be an indication at a specific location showing problems at individual workstations. If I click on workstation A1, it means there's an anomaly in the feeding area. After confirming the issue, the system will show where the automation problem lies and indicate the specific area that requires attention. For example, if there's a problem with the automated line, we press confirm and then submit the anomaly. After submission, the responsible department responds to the andon call within 1 to 2 minutes and comes on site to address the issue. Once resolved, the andon system is turned off and the production line resumes operations. If the anomaly lasts more than half an hour, we report it to the shift leader via our group chat. If production capacity may be affected, the shift leader reallocates personnel to other lines to ensure daily efficiency targets are met. That's how it works.
You mentioned earlier that you weren't a line leader when you first joined. What development path did you take to reach your current position?
When I first joined, I started as an hourly worker. Initially, I was assigned to the assembly workstation. After learning, I discussed with the line leader about whether I could start from workstation A1 and work my way up. The line leader was happy to train me. Later, the line leader recognized my abilities and reported to the shift leader. After further training and recognition from the shift leader, I was promoted to line leader, taking on more responsibilities in managing the team and production tasks.
Now that you are in a management position, do you have any further plans for career advancement or goals you hope to pursue in the future?
Well, we have two types of promotions here. One is skill-based and the other is focused on automation expertise. Skill-based promotions involve the skills of a specific production line. And if we want to improve, we can go for training internships on other lines. After the training, our skills can be upgraded from level 1 to level 2, and we can keep progressing level by level. Regarding the automated line, the factory will provide us with training on automation. After the training, we can also progress level by level. The main focus of the training is on handling simple automated exceptions. This way, when an exception is detected, we can promptly address it, thereby improving the efficiency of our production line.
Okay, thank you, Line Leader Chen, for sharing. After this round of discussions, I believe everyone has gained a lot, just like me. I often see comments on Schneider Electric's official account asking which majors to study to join our factory. From today's discussion, I believe majors like automation, electrical engineering, etc. are generally popular directions, but specific requirements still depend on each job position. Of course, when it comes to recruitment, let's turn to HR. Shin Ruan is here with us today.
Okay, thank you. Hello viewers of the live stream, I'm Chin Ruan, HR from the Wuxi factory. I'm very happy to have this opportunity to share with you today. So first of all, regarding the recruitment mentioned by Wu Tong earlier, I believe everyone is concerned about firstly the recruitment channels and secondly what recruitment projects we have. Let's start with the recruitment channels. You can enter WeChat and search for Schneider Electric's recruitment official account. You can also log on to Schneider Electric's official website, as well as job hunting websites like Leapin and 51Job to view our latest job openings. Regarding recruitment projects, we must mention the Horizon project, a talent recruitment program for Schneider Electric's supply chain in China that focuses on frontline talent. During the recruitment season each year, our recruitment team will visit targeted colleges and universities to recruit for the 23 factories across Schneider Electric's supply chain in China. We cover a range of positions besides production operations, including quality management, equipment maintenance, and more. Technical positions are also available. Our recruitment team will assess the candidates' professional skills, practical abilities, and overall qualities to provide our students with broad career opportunities.
For new recruits, there will be a learning and adaptation process. So, how do we ensure that new employees can quickly get up to speed?
Well, for new employees, we have a comprehensive training system. Firstly, we have a 3-level pre-job training program. Level 1 training refers to having dedicated internal lecturers from the factory who will provide everyone with the rules and regulations of factory operations, production safety management, and other internal matters that need attention. After arriving at the workshop, there will be Level 2 training. Level 2 training is mainly provided by the line leaders of each production line, who will introduce the necessary professional skills training for that line. Level 3 training provided by the online trainers who will explain our production operation systems. We require every frontline employee to participate in the actual operations of the factory. Therefore, we will let every employee understand what we need, including the timely communication and feedback systems, as well as the systems for handling faults, such as the end-on system. Besides the 3-level pre-job training, we also have a mentor system. For every new employee, we will assign an experienced mentor so that when encountering any problems in actual work, they can seek help from their mentors. Additionally, I want to mention our school enterprise cooperation project known as the Order Class Program. Regarding the Order Class Program, EC4, it is a collaboration between us and a vocational college in Guizhou. We work together in the form of an order class. For these students during their school years, based on the needs and positions of the factory, we will set up some general courses in advance as well as technical courses. They will undergo practical training during their school years, and the course training will be conducted in advance. As a result, during their school years, students will be able to master the skills required for our positions, as well as our factory's operating philosophy and culture. When they officially join the factory, they will be able to seamlessly transition into their work and better adapt to their job positions.
The above are all the initial training plans. For employees who can already handle their jobs, what are the follow-up development plans to help them continue growing?
Good question. This leads us to our Lubin plan. The Lubin plan It is a program for the development and advancement of frontline talents in Schneider Electric's supply chain in China. Our management team will empower frontline employees to undertake capability transformation projects centered around digitalization and automation. Employees, on the other hand, will need to constantly tap into their potential, progressing from level 1 to level 5 in their positions, growing to become the backbone of Schneider Electric. We hope that through the Luban Plan, every employee of ours will have ample opportunities for growth and development, continuously improving themselves and realizing their career aspirations. Schneider Electric has global recruitment plans. You can find our job postings on our official website and major popular recruitment platforms for career development.
Thanks so much for your time, Chin-Ruan. I'm sure everyone now has a much clearer idea of how to join our lighthouse factory. After today's visit, what are your biggest takeaways? If we had to pick 3 keywords for our lighthouse factory, I would say intelligence, greenness, and talent. Among these factors, talent is at the core. In the future, Schneider Electric will continue to lead industrial transformation, a goal that requires the participation of every young talent. If you want to lead this change too, please follow our official recruitment channels. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more updates. Goodbye.